It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we've got the Panthers, veteran linebacker, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Panthers and the Browns on Sunday Night Primetime.
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Jonathan Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Young. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll look to throw. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 at the Panthers' 17-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Horn. And the the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. There he goes left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, also a first down. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, they want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 17 carries, 73 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
3rd and 4.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Browns at 10-1 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. 27 yards there, a first down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
This now a 3rd and 4. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. Busts through the tackle. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Chubb is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Chubb again. And he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuck behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort him.
And he's going to be dropped back in the 15-yard line. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And his kick here is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So no problems at all on that one, and you know there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And the Browns getting set to go. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings brings up a 4th down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw here. And he is caught, and he's going to get this inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now back to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Taking it about the 36.
The Browns set to take over.
Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday I'll press it a little bit. This might be the case.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Now, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll look to throw now on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Panthers about ready to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice.
Young loses it. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. And there's Elijah Moore as he and the offense come out for another drive. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making have really helped.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Cheetah Bay Aluzier with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
Following the interception, Young, his throw incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Second down, Young. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. Third and short yardage, Young. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where you see the final score there. Christian McCaffrey, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Garrett Wilson, a touchdown catch in the victory. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
First down, Browns.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw, because to me, there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Now another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 44-yard line.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. On play action, Young.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
And 5 at the 29-yard line.
They go play action. Young. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. It'll be Young again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Rondale Robinson. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
From left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And again, it's Chubb. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got the connection to Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Browns! From 3 yards out. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
This fielded right at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Carolina.
One of the most exciting plays in football. A kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, Let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points.
If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the fourth as the kick is away. This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Cleveland offense making their way out. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Chubb running right. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
First down, Browns.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Browns
So that one a long
20,
11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Young on first down.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Kamara up the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
37-yard line.
On 2nd down, Young. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now here's Young.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Now Young. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. Now Young. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And this will be taken at the 13.
So now Young and the Panthers down 27-20,
a little over a minute and a half remaining. Now their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
pass complete to Robinson.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Here's Young. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Young to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. Young.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Young. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Browns, they continue to keep pace for that 1st-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a 1st-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.